My name is Thomas Rex Beverly. I'm a nature sound recordist, and I travel all the way around the world, places like Greenland and Patagonia, recording the sounds of weather and wildlife and redwood trees. Most of the stuff I specialize in is the subtle sounds of almost silent spaces. It just lets you zoom in on stuff that is not real obvious unless you really stop to listen. Things move so slow in the redwood groves that you have to record for a long period of time. So I spent 7 days here, spent a lot of time staring up into the trees. I tend to not actually record right at the beginning. I'm trying to see what things sound like. I'm trying to see what wildlife is around. Like the songbirds now, I think that's a Pacific wren. There's two of them kind of duetting back and forth. But I eventually just decided to really focus on this one grove. Oh! Oh! It's definitely 2 or 3 seconds. Which is very nice resonance in a space. And you definitely get the cathedral feel coming into the grove. It's hard to describe, but the acoustics of a space that's been growing there for 1,000 years is, it's special when you walk into it. So the overall goal is to record at 3 different trees throughout the grove, kind of up through it at the same time, and then I can sync those up, so then I can shift perspectives to show that, like, here's the sound of the bottom of the grove, the middle of the grove, the top of the grove. This would be cool. So this spot, it's kind of the bottom end of the old growth. So it's that first kind of step into the cathedral. Bottom of the grove, it's about 10:30. Time to move the middle of the grove and see what we get. Tapping, channel 4 tapping. So this is the top of the grove. Just a big cluster of massive trees here. My favorite one is just behind this one. This is through trees at the top of the valley. Sennheiser Ambio, VR mic. I can turn a 1-hour recording into an image basically and look at it. See this one little spike and looks like a bomb went off or something, and I listen to it, and it's a giant redwood tree like falling in the distance, just boom. Sounds kind of like a sonic boom or something. Have you ever heard that? That was pretty wild. I was going through one of the overnight recordings on my computer, and I could hear an owl through the geophone. The calls with more bass was enough to resonate the wood. And so you're actually you're hearing the sound of the wildlife resonated through the giant redwood tree. So it's kind of acting as the resonating chamber of like it's a giant violin or something. I always get very excited when I record something I've never heard before. To my ears, it was basically silent. But when I listen to this, I hear this basically rain sound. I couldn't figure out what it was at the beginning, but basically a very subtle gust comes through the canopy, and then these redwood needles are falling to the ground, and these mics are so quiet that you basically hear this redwood needle rain, delicate ticking, plopping sort of sound. There's one big tree that we can definitely climb here called Big Red. It's about 250 feet tall and has some very interesting canopy structures. That gives you the potential to have the little micro ecosystems of like moss beds up there and salamanders, or like a huckleberry tree growing in the canopy off the branch. The plan is to do some climbing, put mics all over the trees, the base of the tree, halfway up the tree, in the canopy of the tree and record that all in parallel and maybe switch between them, and you can show the listener just how different it is in different parts of the tree. Hoping to share some of that and just try to help people to appreciate the really subtle sounds of these almost silent spaces that can be really beautiful and help you get out of the noise of the city. And hopefully that can help the next generation of people really care about some redwoods and help protect more of them.